everyone, it's Hannah and it's time for another Crafty Chat. Crafty Chat for the month of June 2016. If you're new to this channel, as many of you are, and thank you very much for subscribing, then you won't know what a Crafty Chat is, so I will let you know. A Crafty Chat is a once a month occurrence on the last Thursday of every month where I drink tea and I craft whilst talking to you for around 20 minutes about how my life has been this month. It's a bit of a weird premise, but you seem to like it, so we're going to keep doing it. So how has your month been? I hope it's been a good month for you all. If you are approaching the summer, I hope the weather's been lovely. If you're not approaching the summer, I hope the weather's been lovely. It's weird to think that some countries are not approaching summer and are actually approaching winter. Very confusing for the brain. Always, every year, forget that that's a thing, and then it always surprises me, and I don't know why. So June has been a bit of a weird month for emotions and just that, actually. So it started off, my friends came to visit. It was a great time, I had a really lovely time. I went back to England for a week, that was also a lovely time. I got to see many friends and family, and then I came back, and yeah, basically the month has been great until the last Thursday, or last Friday should I say, with the whole Brexit thing. I'm not going to talk about it too long, or I'm going to try not to talk about it for too long, because I'm sure many of you aren't British and therefore don't really know much about it or care much about it, and that I completely understand. So for those who don't know, I am British, as you can hear. I currently live in Germany because my boyfriend wants to teach abroad for a bit, and I said sure, why not, let's go live in Germany because I can speak German. And so we came to live in Germany. Everything is wonderful. The joy of free movement being in the EU and all means that it is really easy to go and live in another country that is within the EU. And so it was a nice easy move and blah blah blah. Of course this year was the year that David Cameron called for an EU referendum just to keep some of the members of his party, the Tory party, happy. Everybody, even those in charge of the Leave campaign, so even Boris Johnson and Nigel Farage, basically everybody thought that we would stay. Everybody would vote, not that everybody would vote Remain. But I believe that Boris Johnson, obviously I have no fact on this, but I believe that he genuinely thought that, you know, we were going to remain by a small margin, and he would use that to oust David Cameron so he could become next Prime Minister. Whether or not this is true I can't say for certain, because it's just what newspapers are saying and all of that. You never know how much you can fully believe, but the fact that they haven't actually given a plan as to what's next makes me think that they didn't think they were going to win. Because I'm currently filming this on Monday, so they've had a full weekend to let it sink in. On Friday, neither Boris nor Nigel looked particularly happy about the fact that they won. David Cameron said, essentially, you've dug your hole, no, you've made your bed, now lie in it. There we go. But I'm not going to be in charge of this mess. And he resigned. The British pound has fallen to the lowest it's been in almost 20 years, or over 20 years, I can't quite remember. The many banks and such are having to put a stop on trading because they've made so much loss. People's pensions equate to zero, and basically Britain's kind of, well, not even Britain, the United Kingdom is falling apart. Northern Ireland and Scotland don't want to be part of the United Kingdom anymore because they want to stay in the EU, and basically the United Kingdom's falling apart. So a lot of people who voted to leave are my parents' generation and upwards. So you know, late 50s, early 60s and onwards voted to leave as a general rule. And the people who wanted to stay were between 18 and 44, according to an average that apparently they've got from somewhere. So basically, people have voted for a future, my future, our future, that they're not actually going to necessarily live that long through. And that also really frustrates me. But hey, what's done is done. I'm glad I didn't talk about this on Friday because I probably would have cried. What's done is done. I've kind of accepted that that's the way things are going to be. Nigel Farage has said that, well, I can't remember who said actually. The Leave campaign in general, we'll just say, has said that we're still going to be part of the European or the European Union single market, which means we will still have to pay a significant amount of money to be part of that single market, and we will also have to allow free movement of people between countries in order to be part of that single market, which doesn't lessen immigration, which is the number one thing that they were selling. They also said that the £350 million, I think it was a year, I might be wrong, that was going to the European Union was going to be spent on our National Health Service instead, so the free healthcare. And the day that the result was announced, Nigel Farage has said, oh no, I can't make that promise, that was a mistake. So basically everything they promised isn't going to happen. It has given rise to extreme racism in the UK. From what I have seen, I am not in the UK, therefore I cannot say for certain, but from what I have seen on social media, people are being very violent, very xenophobic and very racist towards people in Britain, shouting at them to get out, that this is a white country, this is their country. They're telling Polish people to go home, they're not welcome here. They're telling people of different skin colours to leave. They're chanting "Make Britain White Again," and it's horrendous. So, just to give you a bit of warning, the US, what could happen come November, depending on what decision is made. It's a bit terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, crumbs. I said I wasn't gonna talk about that for long, and I literally spoke about it for half the video. I'm really sorry. It's just something that I feel very passionately about, and of course I voted. I did my postal vote because I could vote. So I made sure I did. And yes, it wasn't desirable outcome. So, on to some of the good things that have happened this month. I've decided, Mario and I decided, that I needed to go out and make some friends of my own. So I've been forcing myself to do new things. So I have social anxiety, basically. I don't like, yeah, that's that. And so meeting new people, meeting whole new groups of people where I know nobody, doing new things, all of that stuff is very stressful to me, isn't enjoyable to me. And it is one of the main reasons why I haven't been able to spread my wings as much in Germany as I was doing before. It kind of means that I was clinging to Mario a little bit too much, and I kind of felt a bit guilty for that. So I decided to give myself a boot up the backside and do something about it. I went along to a choir a couple of weeks ago. Problem was they have a concert coming up, actually this Sunday coming. Therefore they were in their final stages of rehearsal. So I'll be going back on Monday the 4th of July to rejoin the choir. And it's a fully German speaking choir, which is pretty scary. And I've been going along to my knitting group a bit more, which has been good. I discovered that via a meetup on the app Meetup. And we go to the pub and we sit and knit, and I'm going this evening because I'm filming this on Monday. So I better get some more of the scarf done because I found some more gorgeous yarn. Oh, I foolishly went to the yarn shop. That's literally a 5-minute walk away from my house. yeah, there's a yarn shop closer to me than a supermarket. Dreams! And I found this really gorgeous sock yarn that is beautiful. So I need to make something with that. But I'm trying to be really good and one project at a time. So I got to finish this first. But I promise, oh, this big promise, I promise by the next Craftea Chat I will have a new project on the go. And it won't be this bloody scarf, which I'm enjoying doing, don't get me wrong. The yarn is glorious, but it's not that yarn. There's always prettier yarn out there and it kills me inside. Yes, so I've been going on to my knitting group and I've been, oh, my raincoat's on the floor, meeting up with a language partner. Well, I've met her once so far, but I need to message her actually, see when she's free. So basically they're called tandem partners and you meet up with them and for half the time you speak in one language and the other half the time you speak in the other language. So she's a native German speaker wanting to improve her English. I'm a native English speaker wanting to improve my German. So we talk German and English to each other. And yeah, it was really good fun and she seems really nice. It was a bit confusing because neither of us had ever done anything like this before, so we weren't quite sure how it would work. So seriously distracted. So yeah, we weren't quite sure how it would work. But we just every so often just kept switching language, which was very confusing and tiring for my brain. But also a good experience. So I need to see if I can meet up with her again at some point soon, because I need to practice my German a bit more, because yeah, hopefully someone will eventually employ me. This should be the very last video that you see with my faded out hair colour. I have not dyed it and I've been using a lot of shampoo to wash this colour out, and it's doing pretty well. It's actually brighter in person, which is frustrating than it is on camera, but it's not too bad. I'm hoping with a bit of bleach it should come out pretty well, because I want a whole new colour. Of course I do, of course I want a whole new colour, but I have to bleach it first and see what colour that goes before I can decide what colour my hair is going to be next. But don't worry, I will film a video on how I do my hair, or dye my hair at least, so you can watch that. So for those who didn't know, I am working on the Trillion scarf using this glorious yarn that is a bit sparkly. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got this really nice edging down the side. And it's a really easy pattern. It's by a German lady called Martina Behm, B-E-H-M. I'll pop a link to the Ravelry download in the description box below if you're interested in doing the Trillion scarf. It's a really easy scarf to make. And I'm getting there. I think I'm almost-ish ready to cast off. I need to weigh the yarn and see how much is left. I'll do that before I go to this knitting thing tonight. But I'm pretty sure I'm almost there, which is quite exciting. And then, of course, this month I did a collab with two lovely ladies, Sarah from So Craftastic and Mako from Makochino. I realised after I filmed the video that I completely pronounced her name wrongly and I feel awful. And of course, the builders have come back. So we've been having building work happening right outside my flat, like directly outside my flat. Like I can see them in my peripheral vision right now, and you can probably hear him climbing up a ladder because they're doing work on the balconies directly outside my, or like above my flat. Oh, hopefully whatever they're going to do isn't going to be noisy. I have a feeling it's going to be though. Well, the reason I decided to film this now is because they were being quiet, but we shall see. But yeah, I had a collab and I made soap for the first time and you seem to like it, and many of you subscribed and I hit 20,000 subscribers, which is incredible, and I'm so excited and happy about that because it just means that I'm one step closer to hitting 50,000 subscribers, which is my goal for 2016, to hit 50,000 subscribers, which All right, calm down. Which I realise is a big jump from the 10,000 that I hit last year. But I'm ever hopeful, so keeping the fingers crossed. But I hadn't done a collaborative video in such a long time, and I just kind of forgot how much fun they were. I've become a bit disenchanted by my YouTube channel and kind of got a bit fed up with how it was growing and going and all of that. Don't get me wrong, I'm absolutely in love with every single one of you who have subscribed to me, who comments on my videos, who comments on my Instagram posts, who tweets me, anything. It means so much to me and it's amazing. But you know, when you see some people sit in a tub of baked beans and get millions of views, and I don't know, I spend hours making tutorials and uploading them for them to get a few hundred views. Don't get me wrong, a few hundred views is an amazing number and far more than I thought this channel was ever going to equate to, but it's disheartening, you know. I'm waiting for the day that bead weaving becomes a YouTube trend, because I will be all over that. It's not going to happen though, is it? It's a too time consuming craft. Oh, I'd laugh if I watched this video back in a few months or even years time when bead weaving is a massive YouTube trend, and I'll be like, oh, I was wrong. My bad. Because that'd be really funny. How have your months been? Let me know what you have been up to. I'm super nosy and I really like to keep up with what you're doing in the world and how your life is going, and I love these videos because you always fill me in on what you're doing and what projects you're working on and all of that fun stuff, and I really love reading those comments, and I reply to as many as I can when I remember to anyway, because you know, forgetful brain is forgetful. It honestly is. July should be interesting because Maria breaks up from school in a couple of weeks, which means he's going to be here all the time, which means I'm not quite sure when I'm going to be able to film stuff. But hey, even if I cut back down to 1 video a week, I'll try not to. It might just end up happening. We shall see. I will do my best to keep up with 3 videos a week. I'll do at least 2, if not 3. But you'll always have your Sunday tutorial because that will take priority over any other videos I upload in a week. So I hope that you enjoyed this month's crafty chat. If you did, you can let me know. Leave me a comment down below, or you can leave me a thumbs up. That also means a lot to me. If you don't have time to comment, I love a thumbs up. Don't forget to also hit subscribe. I post new craft tutorial here in the Corner of Craft every Sunday, and then I post bonus videos like this one in the week as well. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to get to the goal of 50,000 subscribers. When I hit 50,000 subscribers, I'm going to be hosting a giveaway, and I'm going to give stuff away, and it's going to be exciting. Don't forget to have a look in the description box below. I have a link to all of my social media accounts down there, so feel free to follow me on there if that is something that you fancy doing. And with all that being said, I shall see you very soon in Sunday's tutorial. Bye. Today I have a beading tutorial for you. If you are new to the Corner of Craft, as many of you are, I like to indulge in a hobby called bead weaving, which involves sewing beads together. It's very therapeutic and much enjoyed.